touchdown in France, and this is a bit of a spare of the moment session. Come across the border to try and redeem myself because the last trip in April didn't go quite to plan, but right now it's pretty much exactly the same. I haven't got a plan. I've just crossed the border with a few locations in mind, and yeah, gonna go and see if we can find some. Got 4 nights, so yeah, we're just aiming for one fish at the beginning and see how the trip plans out. We have just turned up at the first location in Belgium, a canal which a couple of mates of mine fished last year, and they were kind enough to give me the pin, so we're going to go and check it out. We literally just turned up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there's something mooching about. Otherwise we're heading 2 hours back inland. So yeah, let's get a move on. Let's get the gear, get some bait, and we'll get down there.
When I got down to the water's edge, it was clear I wasn't able to fish directly to the spot I'd come to, so with time ticking for the evening ahead, I decided not to stay long. I ventured a bit further down the canal for a couple of hours, lowering rigs onto what I thought was feeding carp, but nothing seemed to happen in the short time I gave it. With a lake in mind, a couple of hours back into France, I pre-baited this area just for something to fall back on later in the trip, and got back on the road, excited for the night ahead.
What a long drive that was. Finished in Belgium, baited a spot on the canal, and then disappeared over to this venue back in France. I did stop at a couple of other locations that I had, and I thought, you know, instead of keep driving around and make the same mistake as I did on the previous trip, I think it's good to get here now, set up for the night, and actually spend a bit of time with some rods in the water, because we really did struggle doing that on the last trip. So yeah, I think tonight I'm just going to get the rods out and hopefully get a good night's kip. And yeah, I'm a little bit familiar with a spot out there which I found last time and lost a fish off. So yeah, looks like we are about to get a hell of a thunderstorm or something, so better get these rods out sharpish. That's it then for the first night. All 3 rods are out on the spot. I boated them out. I thought, first night, I would love to get a bit of confidence for the rest of the trip. I don't know what the rules are on this place, can't see any signs or, yeah, absolutely nothing. So yeah, basically dropped the rods out with the boat, and it felt absolutely mega as well. It was a proper nice donk as well, proper hard gravel spot. So up against an island out there. It had sort of 5 foot of depth as well. So a really nice spot to actually come across when I was out there. So yeah, I'm gonna kick back now because it has been a long day. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, and now it is 7 in the afternoon, 7 or 8 or something like that. I'm going to have a barbie, get a bit of grub in me, and then get ready for a hectic day walking down the canals tomorrow, because I'm not sure I can sit behind the rods on this lake. I said to myself when I come out here I wasn't going to be doing that. Wasn't going to be chasing fish all over the shop, but I can't see myself sitting here, that's for sure. I'll never learn. That's me, you know. All I do is like going stalking, so like finding fish, trying to find something, you know, that I can work on instead of sitting behind motionless rods on a chocolatey, washed up lake. It's not me. Alright, let's get some food on.
Forgetting the fire lighters was just one of many things I forgot on this trip, but I overcame it and managed to get the barbecue fired up and cook some well-deserved food. I refueled my energy with a couple of lovely burgers and sat back enjoying the scenery. It's a good job I did, as I was just about to hook into something that was really about to test me.
Wow. Literally just sitting there, finishing up the barbecue. Checking for spots for tomorrow. And the rod has just flipped up where I'm fishing locked up to this snag, and yeah, we are connected to one, so need to concentrate. There's a lot of snags out there. I feel like this session all rolled into one from spring, and I was sitting there thinking I've only been here for like an hour, and I was like, what am I going to do tomorrow? And now I've got one on, and it feels half decent actually. Where do you think it's going? Had a quick play around with rigs earlier as well, and there was a lovely hard gravel spot out there, and I thought I'd shorten the rig up to 3-4 inches. It seems to have done the trick, but it's not giving up, this fish. I don't think it's a 10-pounder, but yeah, it feels half decent. He's full of testosterone. Oh, now that was a fight. That was well over half an hour. Oh, the light's literally just going, so we either get the rod back out or do shots whilst it's light. I'll make my mind up.
With the light fading so rapidly, I thought it was best to get the fish out, film some footage and give it away just before releasing it back. It was a capture I wasn't expecting so quickly, but that's what it's all about, getting off the mark early and taking a bit of pressure off.
Well, first fish of the session. I wasn't expecting one. I wasn't expecting to get one on my first day, and got this very angry. Slate grey mirror. It's got to be around 35 pounds, something like that. But yeah, it took me half an hour to get this fish in. Absolutely done me. But yeah, so nice to be off the mark. Like I say, I really struggled out here in April. Horrible conditions, and I thought, after today, just driving around, I thought, oh no, please don't let that become another session like that. Just driving all the time, no rods in the water, but yeah. Got my arse in gear, and we got one. So yeah, well chuffed. Hopefully a couple more. Still got 3 nights after tonight, so yeah, let's get back. Just under 35 pound.
With that fish just taking the last remaining bit of energy I had, it was time to quickly replace the rod and hit the sack to recharge and see what else France had to offer the following day.
That's the first night done. I lost one during the night, unfortunately, and I was so goddamn tired that I could not put that rod back out. So yeah, woke up first thing this morning, got it back on the spot, and then the other rod ripped off. So yeah, it's only a small one, but we get it out. They all count, don't they? So yeah, I'll get it out, quickly show you, and then we'll slip it back. And then we're going to head off today, I think, and go walking the canals. There's a few around there within like sort of an hour's drive, which is probably perfect. And then yeah, we'll get on the search. Just quickly show you this one. Only a little baba, one for the future, but yeah, it's nice to be out, and actually it's good to be catching, especially on the first night. So yeah, today is all about going to find another camping spot for this evening. So yeah, better get her back, get packed up, get on the road, and try and find some canal carp. So yeah, let's get her back. That's it for this particular venue. I might pop back here later on in the session, but yeah, for now I think that is the end of this. All packed up, ready to go for a little wander down the canals. That's the testing thing, like hundreds of miles of canals around there, and you've got to find some carp. So that's what we're going to go and do, because I really want to catch a big lump out of these canals over here. That's probably my main focus, should be. But yeah, right, let's get a move on. .6 mile. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We've just got to a canal, which I've had pinned on my phone for a while. I have no idea what's in it, but I'm going to put some bait out, and basically I'm trying to future-proof this this session, so in a couple of days we have somewhere to fall back onto. So yeah, I'm going to knock up a mix, walk along to this spot that I found. It looks quite nice to bivvy up. It's nice and quiet around here as well. So yeah, and then we'll head on and try and find something for tonight. But yeah, let's knock up a mix and bung it in the old canal. So I've got a mixture of 20s and 15 mils, and I'm going to add some mussel blend to it. I quite often do that, especially on these canals. I want as much attraction as possible floating up and down this, or drifting up and down this canal, shall I say. And then I also got some tigers as well. So basically, I don't know if we're going to come back to this canal, but we've got bait in there just in case. So we've always got that option.
With that spot baited for later on in the trip, I went off in search of something new and exciting. Well, this is where the trip turned on its head. I should have learnt from the last adventure that spending time with the rods actually in the water is probably the best option. But I won't learn, as this is a style of fishing what actually makes me happy. There's nothing better than going exploring a new waterway that you literally know nothing about and stumbling across something huge. But sadly, it didn't quite happen like that for me. But it won't stop me trying. The next couple of days were exactly that. I drove hundreds of miles, searched every canal I drove past, and literally found nothing whatsoever to go on. So again, I wasted half my trip, but not all is lost, as by doing this, I learnt a lot, and you can take this into your next trip. No one is going to give you all these secrets. You have to go and find these magical places for yourself. It only takes one stop to find it if you're lucky, but for me, I'm still searching. With my trip running short now, I thought it was best to return to that large Belgium shipping canal and try my luck back on the baited spot, as I had nothing else to go on.
That's it for tonight. The rods are out on the spots. Hopefully something materialises. If not, I am absolutely buzzing for a good night's sleep tonight. It has been another long day, like all these trips always are. You always underestimate just how much driving and that you're going to do and looking around. You spend very little time actually fishing. It's just searching for opportunities, and you know, haven't actually found many to go on today. That is the truth of it. But when I'm sitting there having a beer and a £30 common comes flopping out, that is something that you definitely want to look for. So yeah, fingers crossed something actually happens tonight. But if not, I can't grumble. This is an absolute picturesque place. Gorgeous. Well, good morning. It's not the update that I wanted to bring you. Yeah, nothing seems to have materialised this morning. I really thought something might happen last night, especially after seeing one or two a bit further up. I tried to get my rod as close as I possibly could to it because of all these moored boats. Yeah, nothing's materialised. So if nothing still has happened in the next hour or two, I'm going to reel in and I'm going to go down there and try and get a rod in between the boats somewhere down here, because that was definitely where they were yesterday. And yeah, I just can't believe it. I'm absolutely gutted. I thought that by this morning I would have probably had a take, especially off my right hand rod, but yeah, it's not to be. Still got a couple more nights, and I've got a kingfisher on my rod as we speak, so that's hopefully a bit of good luck to come. But yeah, I will keep you updated, and hopefully a canal carp in the bag by the end of this trip. Still got 2 nights. Well, I thought that was going to be a wrap on this canal. I'm literally sitting there drinking my coffee and decided it was almost time to reel this rod in because of the perch anglers. And then I get one bleep on it, and I've got a common on. Doesn't look like a massive fish, but it's a carp out of this huge shipping canal, so let's get her in this net. Oh, there's one of the legs gone. Well, here we go, my first shipping canal carp. Like I say, this is a massive expanse of water, probably over 12 miles long, 20 miles long, something like that. Absolute missions. I drove 20 minutes that way yesterday, and it was still the same canal without any locks. So even though it's small, it's from a very big piece of water, so I'm extremely happy to have it. But yeah, roll on tonight. We're going back to a spot that I've already pre-baited, and hopefully we can end the trip with another canal one. So yeah, mega. mega. Go and see if we can find something a little bit bigger, but if not, I'm buzzed to have caught it from such a massive expanse of water. So yes, I will definitely be returning here at some point.
After a swift pack up, I was once again on the road heading back to the canal I pre-baited earlier on in the session. It wouldn't have been a good trip unless I checked out a couple of likely looking areas on my journey. Again, nothing come of it, but I definitely will be returning to the spots I looked at, as they certainly had something about them. This last night of the trip was something that I certainly did not plan for. Just as I got settled in for the evening ahead, prepping my rods and just about getting ready for a good night's sleep, ready for the journey home, I was rudely disturbed by some bright torches telling me I wasn't able to fish nights on this particular stretch. This is something that's really hard to account for when fishing public waters, as every region has different rules, and as much as I would have liked to have known myself, I just couldn't find information about it. So with a little slap on the wrist and some gear confiscated, I thought I would just cut my ties and head home, recharge and come back out in a few weeks with a couple of mates in tow to see if we could get ourselves an autumnal shipping canal carp.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Pristine, mate. Well, long day travelling yesterday. Jumped onto a canal that we've been to before, and we had a few takes between us. And this one just over £33 out of a big expanse of water. It's a huge shipping canal. It's like 15 miles long, and yeah, I'm well chuffed with that one. Absolutely pristine. Hopefully a few more to come on this trip. Let's get that.
You got to get that in there.
Sam, show them your trousers. Show my viewers your trousers. Nice work, that.
Whoa.
All jokes aside, that was another mega trip, but my mates, they're a bit camera shy, so I decided not to film the rest of the duration. We did go on to catch a few more, but nothing big. Next year in 2025, I have big plans. I'm going to catch a unit from a canal, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you make sure to come on that journey with me. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again soon.